The Cameron County Deficit, Boca Chica Beach Legends, Leyendas fishing tournament. I need help from the LGBT community, and say hello to your new city manager. It is Friday, 7:04 a.m., July 29th. My name is Frankie Olivo, and this is Good Morning Brownsville. This Saturday, tomorrow is a very important day. The fifth annual Boca Chica Beach Legends Leyendas fishing tournament will take place. If you are interested, you can still get your tickets at Gordon's Bait and Tackle off of South Padre Island Highway. There will be $4,500 cash payouts to the participants. And each and every year, it seems that this tournament seems to get bigger and bigger. Here are the prizes that will be set out. There will be lots of opportunity for individuals to win prizes. We have been following the page of Boca Chica Beach Legends, and they are amped up, ready to go. They have made preparations to clear out the beach, make sure that every patron that goes out there has easy access to their sites. Again, fishing tournaments, it is going to be an all-day event from 6 a.m. to a little bit over 2 or 3 p.m. Individuals like to get there the night before, camp out, make sure that you take your family. It's going to be a fun event. Lots and lots of prizes. They have goodie bags for the first 100 visitors that do show up. So tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's a very important day. 5th annual Boca Chica Beach Legends fishing tournament. The great thing is that just last year they collected close to 12,000 pounds of trash at Boca Chica. And the tradition continues again. So it's for a good cause. Great event for the family. So tomorrow, Saturday from 6 a.m. to a little bit after 2 or 3, there will be the Boca Chica Beach Legends Leyendas fishing tournament, the 5th annual. Again, each and every year, it seems to get bigger and bigger for this group. Great cause. Going to have a cleanup as well. Lots of prizes, TVs, grills, lots of lures. It's one of those fishing tournaments that you have to show up. So special shouts out goes to our fishing community that will be in full force tomorrow out in Boca Chica. Enjoy. Now, the LGBT community, not only here in the city of Brownsville, but throughout the world, have been wanting to have equality amongst their peers. Here recently, the city of Brownsville, they did create the LGBTQ task force with the idea that this committee was going to make recommendations, suggestions to include every and all individual, no matter their sexual preference. One thing that I have been seeing from our community is that they have not been bringing awareness to a very important issue. It seems as if that is the elephant in the room here for the city of Brownsville and for our LGBTQ community. Back in May, Good Morning Brownsville did showcase a highlight of an individual named Kimberly Avila. And the LGBT community, as we previously stated, they have been fighting. They have been fighting for acceptance. They've been fighting for wanting to have a voice, wanting to be inclusive, and every and all aspects of life. Again, equality. We all want to be respected. We all want to be part of, whether that's a community, a group, an organization. But we all want to belong. But more importantly, we all want to be respected. Uh, there was a point in time where we as a community should have highlighted uh, the story of Kimberly Avila. There was some criticism on this very special day. Once again, the LGBTQ community, they did put up a flag in the visitors bureau um, of the city. And as we all know, the only flags that fly high in municipal government um, are usually, or for the most part, should be the United States flag and the Texas flag, along with the city. Um, Uproar was brought upon once this community, the LGBT community, they hung a flag, their flag, at the same level of the United States and um, the state of Texas. Now, and I feel sort of at fault for this case because I feel as if every month we should bring awareness, not only to this very important community, the LGBT community, but those individuals that we have lost before us. This day, we should have used to highlight our member within our community that has been lost. Kimberly Avila is her name, and for the past 5, 6 years, no information has been brought upon to learn what happened on a night back in March 5 years ago. Miss Kimberly Avila was tricking downtown Brownsville, and many questions have arisen since then. The Brownsville Police Department 2 years ago, they did make a press conference and they said that there were new developments in the case, but they did encourage our community to reach out to Crime Stoppers for any possible leads, tips, information that would lead to the knowing of what happened to Miss Kimberly on that tragic day. Now, again, I am all in support of individuals that want to create committees, organizations that are going to do good, and just how this community, the LGBT community, has been formed with the understanding that we are going to do everything possible to bring awareness for our community. Well, this is where we need to work together. Uh, our community with this new task force. Again, what is the role and purpose of this task force? It's to bring awareness. It's to make sure that we are inclusive. And this case in the city of Brownsville has been the elephant in the room. Now, many individuals do not want to talk about tricking. Tricking, being one of the longest professions known to man, has been, categorized in many individuals as being second-class citizens. The issue also in this case is downtown. Right now, currently, the city for the past few years, they've been doing everything possible to revitalize and bring attention uh, to uh, to our area. And downtown has been a case where we want to make that our gem. We want to make that attraction. Did Kimberly Avila fall during a period in time where the city is not too worried about bringing attention, of bringing awareness on this case? Because at the end of the day, this individual, Miss Kimberly Avila, she was tricking downtown. She was trying to make a living downtown, and there are still no information on what happened to her on that May day. Now, was she kidnapped? We recently did hear a case in the city of Brownsville where an individual was, fighting for her life. It seemed when individuals tried to throw her in a van. Now, again, uh, the city does not want this type of information to get out. Why? Because it's bad PR, bad press. It does not look good. We did rank Brownsville as the 16th safest city in the United States. But nonetheless, why are we not paying attention or bringing more awareness to this very special case that happened in the city of Brownsville? Is it because of Miss Avila's sexual preference? It is because of her choice of profession? Is it because she's not a daughter, a family member, a loved one of a politico, of one that is in these important circles that rubs elbows with the elite, that it really doesn't matter? Kimberly Avila, as of today, continues to be a member of our community. It is only fair for us as a community to bring awareness. Somebody knows what happened. There has to be information out there. What information was presented? There was no information presented by Brownsville PD a few years ago. Maybe they should start releasing more information, more details about this case, so the community could be informed. Somebody knows something. It is up to us as a community to bring awareness to this important uh, person. Why? Because at the end of the day, she was a child. Uh, of a family. She was a loved one of this family. And it is up to us to bring closure, to bring peace. We want Kimberly back, but we also want to know what happened to her. It is only fair for a mother, for a loved one, to learn and to try and bring peace, bring closure uh, to this family. Again, a parent, imagine a parent not knowing what their child does for a day, for a couple hours, they freak out. Imagine years, 5 years, 6 years, and you're still waiting for your baby to come back. The baby doesn't come back. And your own community does not bring more awareness and more attention to this. Again, our LGBTQ community has so desperately fought for awareness, for inclusivity, for being equal. Well, let's work together because there is a community member of our LGBTQ community who has not come home, who has not brought in the family any information. And it's up to us to do everything possible to bring this family to some sort of closure, to some sort of peace regarding their loved ones. I understand that individuals could possibly not care because of her sexual preference. Individuals could possibly not care because she was out tricking. But at the end of the day, that could be you or I one day. That something tragic could happen. And what we would want our family, we would want our loved ones to at least have peace and know what happened to us. So, Kimberly Avila, we are going on 6 years that no information has been brought. We hope to work with our LGBTQ community to make this a pressing issue where maybe every quarter, every 6 months, every year, we publicize this. We talk about this. We have visuals. There have been a lot of drag queen shows at Shots and Dive, and I see how Mr. Massa has been doing a great job of promoting that, which is it's great entertainment. It's great for them to showcase their talent on stage, and we encourage everybody to do so, whether that be through the mic, singing, karaoke, or even drag shows. But again, we need to do a better job of bringing awareness on Kimberly's story. Why don't want to talk about it? Because it's probably downtown. Because she was um, uh, transgender, cross dresser, and maybe also possibly because she was tricking, unfortunately. Now, what if I told you that I mismanaged your money? Uh, corporate America. In corporate America, it seems as if you screw up, there's consequences to that. Just like anything in the world, right? Well, the Cameron County Commissioners Court, they did shock us whenever they said that they were in the hole, that there was a deficit of $5 million. Now, the interesting thing was that the reasons why the public got word that there was some issues within our budget was because of the Cameron County judges, some district judges, some justice of the peace. They went before the commissioners court, and they stated, I want my employees to be compensated adequately. Their roles, responsibilities, and duties. They are numerous, and I feel that my employees should get X amount of dollars because they are worthy and deserving of it. Now, I am all in favor of employees getting raises. It seems as if it's only around election time where our politicos are those in the seat to make those important decisions. They always pitch that out to them, like, vote for me because I'll make it happen. What happens? We vote for them and then it doesn't happen, unfortunately. But Cameron County currently right now is $5 million in the hole. Now, what would happen if your accountant, if the individual that you trust with your money, with your books, you went to them and said, "Hey, pues give me a report. How are we doing? How does my portfolio look? How does my real estate look? Give me a breakdown of my wins and losses. Where I need to focus on. Where am I bleeding money? How can I save money? Give me the breakdown." Like, well, we're in the red, boss. Sorry, what? Yeah, we have a $5 million deficit. What? Corporate America would not accept that from our elected officials. Now, what's going to happen with this election coming up in November? Um, what is the reasons behind this large deficit? And again, $5 million is $5 million, and we talked about what would have happened if we if the arena that was put on the ballot not once but twice by our elected officials, if that would have passed, how much more would we have been in the hole? 10, 15, 20. And again, that would have been a long-term thing. They would have been able to have a saving grace because they would have said, "Hey, well, the arena is a 10, 15 year project. You can't judge me now, judge me in 20, 30 years." So this deficit is a part of that. They would have been able to have masked that somehow. But the reasons, as we all know, the reasons why the budget right now for Cameron County is currently at a deficit, the main reason I would argue is because of the salary increases that they themselves, our Cameron County Commissioners Court, they themselves voted. And you would think that's kind of like an oxymoron, right? Like, okay, Frankie, do you want to give yourself a raise? Uh, uh, yeah, vote yes. And that's it. They all, if I'm not mistaken, they all got a raise. And it's kind of like, how can you give the individuals that are going to vote, that have the power to vote, you know, to give themselves raises? It kind of doesn't sound right, at least for me. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I'm not that bright. But again, Cameron County currently right now is at looking at a um, I would say $6 million deficit. Now, these individuals are going to come to us in November and say, "My name is Joey Lopez. My name is Eddie Trevino. I have done nothing but give myself a raise. I told the people in Harlingen to quit bitching whenever they were facing a flood. I have not done quite a thing for Precinct 2 or any public entity, public office that I have taken in my tenure. But vote for me." Again, how would corporate America treat these individuals? Would they reward them for 4 more years? If they were in charge of I don't know, a business, if they were if they held the books at Lopez Supermarket, If they controlled the numbers and they saw that they were losing money, would they continue to rehire those individuals, controlling their money, controlling their resources? Again, we're not talking about peanuts here. We're not talking about a few bucks. We're talking about 5 million bucks that they've mismanaged. Now, why is it that it's always okay for these individuals to give themselves raises, but when it comes to the employees, I was going to talk to you about that porque, well, the well is dry. Haven't you noticed that? It's always me, 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 me. Y luego cuando tú quieres, you should have come earlier. Corporate America would vote these individuals out. Corporate America of incumbents who gave themselves raises, who led the Cameron County budget to have a deficit of $5 million. Corporate America would have said, you're fired. What is a Cameron County voter going to say come in November? There's a Cameron County deficit of $5 million. We're in the red. We're in the hole. Should we give these individuals 4 more years to see how much more in debt, how much more of a deficit they're going to put us in? Or is it time to say, hey, it can only get worse. We already know what we have with those individuals. It's time to give way to new people, someone that's going to be upfront, someone that's going to be transparent, someone that's going to put everything on the table for the community to see how their hard-earning money is being handled. Instead of individuals that are looking after to get rich on the tit, we should have individuals that are going to be conservative with your money, fiscally responsible with your money, and be held accountable at the end of the day. Will you give these individuals 4 more years? Would you allow them to put us in an even deeper red or deeper hole? I leave that question up to you. Our Cameron County elected officials will be asking for your vote. Vote for me because I gave Elon Musk your beach. Vote for me because I gave myself a raise. Vote for me because I'm in a square off, in a standoff with the sheriff's office. Vote for me because I do not give Cameron County employees raises whenever they do need it. Vote for me because I put you in a $5 million deficit. Who will you vote for come in November? Now, say hello to your new city manager. Here at Good Morning Brownsville, we have been monitoring the disarray that our current city finds themselves in. Currently, there have been lots of changes in our municipal government for our city. We have lost a city manager. We have lost an attorney. We have lost judges. We have lost an individual that was in charge of BCIC. There have been lots of changes within the city of Brownsville. During Mr. Noel Bernal's tenure, there was a lot of rumblings. City insiders said that the morale was low within municipal government because there was a lot of changes happening and a lot of people from the outside were getting all these great jobs. There was word that there was low morale amongst city employees when many of them were being overlooked for positions, for higher paying positions, better positions, cushier positions. Those jobs went out to Hidalgo County. Many argued and said, hey, well, don't we have talent here in the city of Brownsville? Don't we have individuals who have moved up the ranks and have demonstrated that they have the ability to lead a certain department? There was that issue that, Noel Bernal hires from the outside. What did that do? That led to low morale within the city. That said, you know what? I got to leave because there is no opportunity for me here in the city of Brownsville. Well, that has changed dramatically. Since then, Noel Bernal, he was awarded the position in Colorado for a county manager position. Josh Mejia, currently who was at BCIC, at the helm of BCIC, he went to McAllen in a similar role. Now, while it's not uncommon for individuals such as a city manager or a individual who is great in finance, either at a nonprofit organization, to move because their longevity is, anywhere from 4 to 6 years. They're lucky if they stay past 3 terms. Why? Because there's always changes within the city commission. But now the city of Brownsville is going to be doing something totally the opposite. The city commission has seen the turmoil, the bloodshed, the tears, how many city employees have left. Why? Because they say, you know what? I've been overlooked. I've given my blood, sweat, and tears to this entity, and I always get overlooked. There is no opportunity for me here. Well, that is all about to change because Brownsville has been hiring from within, and eventually our city manager will be one that we know very well. Just recently, we got word that Constanza Minor was awarded the GBIC interim position. Helen Ramirez, who was the assistant city manager to Noel Bernal, was named the interim GBIC CEO, head, helm by the city commission. We've also seen how BCIC also introduced Miss Peña, Miss Corey Peña, who was a previous board member of the downtown revitalization. So she has been working with the city. She is familiar with the ins and outs of that department. But the city of Brownsville is working towards plugging in individuals that they're familiar with. Now, currently, right now, our city has been in a disarray. Why? Because we don't have nobody leading us. Noel Bernal left to Colorado. Ms. Helen Ramirez, who was the assistant, is now the interim city manager. She currently held the position at GBIC as the CEO, interim CEO, leader, face. She's relinquishing that position. Constanza Minor was promoted, a previous employee for the city of Brownsville, is now, even though she's now the interim, they did interview fellow GBIC chairman, Commissioner John Cowan, who did state that, we will be having a national search for GBIC, national search for our city manager. But one thing that we have been seeing and are going to see from our city commission is familiarity. They want to show our city employees that it is going to be different from the time where we had Noel Bernal. Noel Bernal gave jobs to just about everybody from the outside, lucrative positions that led to low morale within city halls. Many individuals left and they said, you know what, the city of Brownsville, there's not enough opportunity. What do we see? We see Constanza Minor, who worked for the city of Brownsville, is now, even though she's interim, she was promoted within of GBIC. Corey Peña as well, worked with the city, is now BCIC helm. Now, what does that leave us? It leads us to our new city manager. Helen Ramirez, the Good Morning Brownsville, will be making this prediction that Helen Ramirez will be our next city manager. And she recently was at the head of GBIC. She relinquished that to focus on her role solely on city manager. Why? Because currently there has been a lot of disarray. The city right now is kind of floating without a head. That is the city manager. Helen Ramirez will be focusing solely on her duties of city manager and relinquish any other positions that she held within the city. Now, again, it is very, very important to note the individuals that will be voting. We have seen how Helen Ramirez has been a part of these different projects that this current city commission has embarked within 1 or 2 years. Now, the important thing is here is, will this signify that the city of Brownsville will now pay attention to the needs, wants of their city employees? Will this allow them to focus solely on the talent that we have here within City Hall? What does this mean for the projects moving forward? What does this mean for the individuals, such as Ms. Corey Peña and Constanza Minor? Will they be yes people at GBIC? Their purpose is to promote economic prosperity, bring jobs, promote the city of Brownsville as much as possible. Have we seen economic turnout? Have we invested X amount of dollars and seen the results of it in a new business and more population? The only thing that we've seen is higher gas prices, unfortunately, and higher rent, which neither of those things quantify economic prosperity. But nonetheless, Good Morning Brownsville is going to make the prediction that even though there will be a national search for our new city manager, we anticipate that the city commission will announce Helen Ramirez, after it's all said and done, as our new city manager. Why? Because we like familiarity. We have seen the close relationship that she has had with the females on the city commission. Now, as we all know, women are vicious, especially even more and very critical of other women. But nonetheless, what we have seen from the outside has been that close working relationship with Helen Ramirez and the city commission. And we anticipate that when it's all said and done, Helen Ramirez will be our new city manager moving us forward. That is going to show our city employees at City Hall that, hey, now it's a whole new ball game. If you have sacrificed, if you have tenure within working for municipal government here with us, you have a higher probability of getting promoted. Why? Because Corey Peña got promoted within. Now she's at BCIC. Constanza Minor, working within, got promoted. Now she's at GBIC. And now look, Helen Ramirez, she was our assistant city manager. And when it's all said and through, after they do a national search, she will lead the city of Brownsville for years to come. And that, my friends, is the rest of the story. Cameron County deficit, $5 million. How would corporate America respond to that? Will they give our candidates 4 more years, or will they say, like to Donald, you're fired? Cameron County commissioner and judge will be coming to you and asking for 4 more years, even though there is a deficit of $5 million, even though they gave away our most natural prized possession and our resource, which is our beach, even though they gave themselves raises, even though they gave away our beach, even though they have no money to give our employees, even though they have a standoff right now with the Cameron County commissioners, Cameron County Sheriff's Office. They want 4 more years. They're in the whole $5 million. Are they worthy of 4 more years? Boca Chica Beach Legends, Leyendas fishing tournament all takes place tomorrow. If you want to stop by and get tickets early, stop by at Gordon's Bait and Tackle. It all starts tomorrow. $4,500 in prizes. We have seen they're ready. They're ready for our community. We just need to go out there and show our support. I need help from the LGBTQ community. We all want to be inclusive. We all want to be respected, but we're all not addressing that elephant in the room, which is Kimberly Avila. For the past 5 or 6 years, we have gotten no information about our fellow community member in Miss Avila. Again, we all want to bring this family at peace, but it seems as if that we feel that Miss Avila's sexual preference and Miss Avila's profession of tricking in downtown Brownsville has not been something that many individuals want to talk about, because it might bring the city in a bad light. And also, it has been 5 or 6 years since we don't know what happened to to this young woman. We need to work together. We're all about inclusivity. We're all about respect. Let's bring respect and peace to the Avila family in providing information with their loved ones. We need to be better at bringing awareness every 3 months, every 6 months. Let's make sure that this message, that this individual's story does not burn out. We need to do better as a community. And Brownsville, Texas, say hello to your new city manager, Helen Ramirez. We anticipate when it's all said and done after the national search, will be named the new city manager for the city of Brownsville. Why? Because we have seen throughout Noel Bernal's tenure how City Hall has been up to here with all the changes and allowing opportunity for individuals from Hidalgo County and elsewhere to get the jobs instead of encouraging and allowing our local talent to take the helm. Well, that's all about the change. Corey Peña, who was working for the city of Brownsville, was promoted from within. She is going to be the new CEO of BCIC. Constanza Minor, worked within from the city of Brownsville, will now be working interim as interim GBIC, GBIC at the helm of GBIC. I anticipate that our city commission, that our mayor will prefer to work with Helen Ramirez as the full city manager. Why? Because you want that familiarity. You want an individual that knows how you work. You want to know how they work. You want to know how they work during difficult situations. Are they able to withstand that? And we feel that Ms. Helen Ramirez is fully prepared to lead the city of Brownsville in the years to come. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. It is Friday, July 29th, 7:39 a.m. Hope you all have a good weekend. Hope to see you here on Monday. God bless.